Hey guys, Coach K here. I want to talk today about what's going on with Brave, what's going on with ETH, what's going on with Cryptopia and Binance, how a US Congressman has been pushing for a non-SEC regulation of many cryptocurrencies, and how I have a little laughter for you guys at the end. Let's get started. All right, so crypto-funded Brave browser is about to start paying users to view ads. This is pretty cool. Basically, when you guys are on YouTube, think about it. They force you to watch those ads before you can, view the video. Here, this gives you an opt-in ability to view 20 ads per day and received 70% of the revenue from those advertisements. So this is a really cool thing, don't you agree? I think so. Advertising is basically really amazing for revenue. And when we look at that, we see that, hey, I'm talking like that guy, I will go to their end. Sorry about that. They're gonna use this advertising to basically pay people. And you'd ask yourself, like, why would they do that? And the simple answer is they don't have to pay all the middlemen. The advertisers are wanting to pay the people and don't have to pay all the other people. They just have to pay Brave. So it's less steps, less middlemen, and they can actually offer the user money for their time. And that's pretty awesome, because the whole concept of basic attention token is paying attention and getting paid for it. Pretty cool, right? Now, you talked about Coinbase and how it had a pump. This is a pump cycle. As you guys can see, there's a classic retracement here, and it's now almost sitting at the level it was just before the Coinbase announcement happened, and then we had the pump. So I don't see any huge problem with that. It's probably doing fine. Don't worry so much. Talking about Ethereum, the Constantinople hard fork is delayed due to the security vulnerability at the 11th hour, which is kind of made me kind of skeptical. But at the same time, I was happy that they didn't come out with it and have a parity type hack and have another problem with ETH, because that would really hurt them. So that was a good thing. So what they had to do is delay the hard fork, figure out the way to fix the loophole in the code, and then at that point not give hackers a way to get in. And when they're done that, they will have the Constantinople hard fork. And something else that happened after that is, because of this delay, somewhere, somehow, they don't know who these two people or what the two wallets are, but $57 million of Ethereum was moved after this was delayed. As you can see right here, just over 400, almost 466,000 Ethereum worth over $57 million was moved from one wallet to another. So it's a lot, but now you can see there's a really low transaction fee, 7 cents. So that's interesting. But the whole point here was, this was reactionary, and it didn't actually cause a huge drop in the market, only 5%. So nothing really to worry about. Now we see that the Cryptopia hack happened and Binance freezes some funds. And this is really interesting because Binance gets tipped off, they freeze the funds, and the people from Cryptopia are like, hey, how come you didn't know that these funds were stolen? And it hadn't until social media flagged them. And you're sitting there like, well, maybe they didn't get the addresses sent to them until these people actually alerted CZ. How do you know? But the whole point here is that they stopped it. And so Cryptopia should be thankful, but instead they're accusatory. And also some drama came because CZ started off saying that if you want to leave your funds on a exchange, and I agree with him when he says this, you should use a very big exchange to leave a larger amount of your funds on. I didn't say that you shouldn't store some of it off exchange, but he did say and hint that, you know, it does come with risk and you can make mistakes. And, you know, if you leave it on the exchange, that might not happen. So there's good and bad to both sides. A lot of people think that centralization in banking and stuff. So I understand both sides completely. I'm not on either side. Personally, I have a Trezor and I hold some of my coins on exchanges and some of my coins on the Trezor. So for me, I agree with both. I'm kind of in the middle anyway. Now, moving on, the U.S. Congressman, Congressman Soto, he is basically saying that the SEC does not need to regulate cryptocurrencies because most of them do not require SEC regulation, because most of them are commodities and or non-securities because they're utility tokens. And he thinks that the CFTC and the FTC should be the two people that are working towards regulating those that industry, you know. And he's not saying STO tokens shouldn't be, because obviously security tokens should be because they're securities, but he's talking about utility tokens. Now, so he's pushing for this in Congress and he's trying to get it approved. And he thinks that what he's saying here is that securities laws will actually hurt the market, and it's kind of silly to have laws that don't really apply fully. And maybe we should, you know, try to create either new laws or fit them better with laws that exist, because the ones that are there right now don't exactly model to this because they're really old and there was no cryptocurrency then. I agree completely with that. It makes a lot of sense that we should probably remodel. And so it's a confusing debate. You know, the SEC chairman, he thinks that every ICO is a security. I agree with him on a lot of levels too, at many rates, but at the same time, things like Ethereum could have been a security at the start, but then turned into a utility token because of how many people used it. So I think with a user adoption model, maybe that would actually work, where they move into like a, you know, a middle area between the CFTC, FTC, and the SEC, and you know, get moved over from one side to the other depending on what they do after for a certain time in escrow or something like that. Anyways, want to end off with something funny. So happy Bitconnect Death Day. Bitconnect died. Its death does not make anyone sad, I don't think. I'm a little bit late with this one, maybe a few hours, but that's okay. It's still really funny. See you later, Bitconnect. No one misses you, only the people that lost money. And for those people that lost money, I feel really bad for you. And if people told you, hey, don't go into a Ponzi scheme, and you knew it, well, you know what? I still hope that you're doing fine and you didn't lose too much, and you know, you'll recover. You know, regardless if you had Bitconnect or not, you probably lost money since January 16th last year. So unless you've been short in the market and you knew what you were doing, but most people were hodling, and you know, that hurt everybody, even including myself. Anything that I held went down like everyone else. Eventually I cut my losses and, you know, started trading on the way down, on the way up, and then, you know, that's how you do it. Or you just could have held yourself out. But the whole point is, we learn from those experiences. We don't hold it against anyone, and now we learn how to trade and we learn about everything else, and that's what we're doing with BlockTraders, guys. So once you're done watching this video, which is pretty much right now, go click that subscribe button and that little bell so you can watch all the videos that we have. We'll be live trading, we'll be doing coin reviews, I'll be interviewing some projects, and we'll be doing lots of really great stuff. It's coming up. Get ready. We'll see you all soon. Coach K sign out. You guys have a great day. Take it easy.